Hey, you know what it is, episode 100. Caesar just looked up how to say 100 in Portuguese. Go ahead and tell him.
Same.
Okay, he just looked up the wrong language. Episode 100. We made it podcast.
We did it, y'all. We're here.
We're here. It's a shame that we're here. No,
wow, damn.
We're also doing a video that'll be on YouTube. Check it out. WeMadeItPodcast.com. At We Made It Podcast on all social media. What up?
We will be releasing Aaron West diss.
What?
with Tatiana beat.
What the hell are you doing? I'm about to start
It's
over.
100. That sounds fun, dog. Relax.
Chill out. Anyway.
See, 100, you sold out a little bit.
I know, you know.
You're a little corporate.
I got this contract behind me. You know what I'm saying? Which
got the double cup of 100.
Kaboom. Anyway, episode
Kaboom. What?
Chill out.
Exactly.
Episode 100. We made a podcast. Want to start out this episode with We Made It podcast
apology.
Apology for Caesar. We Made It podcast episode 100, episode 1 through 100 review. I went through all the episodes and kind of wrote down some of the more significant times, some of the more important times.
I didn't know about this.
He didn't know. You saw episode 1 through 100 review.
I did. I didn't know what the hell you were talking about.
But I got this right here. I actually...
Whoa, it's typed.
Yeah, I actually typed it out. Yeah, I actually did that. And it's 2 pages. See,
you're messing
stapler?
the brightness up. Please stop.
Whatever. So Caesar, I'm going to go through some of these things that we... actually, before I do that, on the video... This is all the notes, papers that I have saved. This is all...
Could all be a small file.
This is literally all game recaps. This, all these papers right here. It's a lot.
We does this.
This is all game recap notes from May 2017 to today. And this is 4 notebooks here. In the video, you'll see 4. This is the first We Made It podcast notebook here. This blue one. Then this, and it has the dates on there. I don't know if you can see. This is the second one here, episode 22 through what does that say? 35. Then this big one here is 36 through 67. Had some really important ones on there. This is the one here, 68 through 86. And now, obviously, I'm using one today. We go hard. That's literally we does this. I don't think there's any other soccer podcast rocking like this with all this information, yo. Anyway, Caesar's mad that I use paper. Fake environmentalist over here. Just because he got trees on his shorts, that's why.
I got bamboo sticks.
Yeah. Caesar, just want to let you know that...
Okay.
Do you remember the episode, the title of the first episode?
Do I remember it?
Yeah.
Not really.
Caesar's not even part of this. It was Juve killed Biggie and
Tupac.
Tupac.
Juve killed Biggie and Tupac.
I actually went and changed the title on Simplecast. I changed it to Welcome to We Made It Podcast.
You're such a lame
Because I was
Look, corporate bam.
Yeah.
You're so corporate
I
now,
was like
dog.
that.
We had so much fun back in the day.
I was like,
Did you change finessing and extorting?
No, I didn't. Of course not.
It'll come. No, I'll wait on it.
I had to change it to Welcome to We Made It because it was kind of extra. Do you remember what our second episode was?
Yeah, it was a We Made It Awards.
We Made It Awards, yes, sir. Our third episode was an hour and 50-minute recap of the Real Madrid versus Juve Champions League final with Montez, our first guest.
Very hype game.
1 hour and 50-minute recap of that final. That was our third episode.
You know what's funny? Because when you first start the podcast, you don't really know how you're gonna do.
Yes.
And then to go off the bat, hit an hour in, you're like, wow, that was and we were literally that wasn't really nothing.
Yeah, the first episode, I forgot how long it was.
Time flew by.
But the We Made It was about an hour, but our third episode was a 1 game recap for an hour and 50 minutes with Montez. Oh yeah, absolutely. Our fourth episode was our first real episode. We had 8 topics. You know what I'm saying? You know how we do. We usually have a lot of topics. And we actually debated racism against Balotelli on that
Oh, yeah, and you were pro monkey chance, right?
Yes, I was pro monkey chance, yes. But that was our first kind of I mean, maybe it wasn't, but from what I remember, it was our first real, we're kind of disagreeing about something.
Yeah.
Fifth episode, do you remember? No. Bundesliga episode with Sean. We don't even watch Bundesliga. We went hard. We
went off.
We had to talk about Uli Hoeneß being a criminal. Our 10th episode. Do you remember what was significant about our 10th episode? No. You can just say no. That was our first musical guest. Remember who it was?
Oh, it was Pitchforks and Haystacks.
It was Spells and Curses. Spells and Curses.
It was Pitchforks and Haystacks.
Spells and Curses out of New York City.
They're the homies though. They had a really good Adele cover song.
Yeah, we played. It was Hometown Glory.
That song they went hard on that one.
Yeah, we played it at the end of that episode. Episode
not
10.
my genre, but I will admit
they
when
went
someone
hard.
goes hard.
Yeah, they went hard. That was our 10th episode. I played the Brazilian national anthem in the beginning of that episode. Two epic things in 11 and 12 episodes. We did our NFL and our NBA starting 11s. Like, how gangsters.
That was really dope.
That episode 11.
I'm gonna go listen to those again. I missed that.
Well, for some reason, episode 11 is not on our feed, but I can put it on there. But you told me not to before because you were scared.
Oh, because I said something on there?
No, because you were like, I don't know if it like mess everything up.
Okay, I don't do that.
Okay, so episode 11, it goes from 10 to 12. But episode 12 is the NBA starting 11. So it's like NBA players in soccer positions.
Shout out Derrick Rose and Russell Westbrook.
I can't really remember what.
You picked Speedy Claxton as a striker.
I never even heard of him. So episode 14 is when we declared that We Made It Podcast is not a game recap show,
and then proceed to do thousands of recaps.
But we do the best game recap.
Oh yeah,
it's not a recap show.
We're not a recap show, but just know that we can get it cracking at any moment.
We do the best game recaps. If you didn't know, chill.
Just talk.
Episode 18 was our first time laughing uncontrollably. Do you remember what it was about? We were dying.
Something we laughed about uncontrollably?
Oh, we were dying. I was crying on.
What was it?
When you showed me that picture with the Gervinho.
Oh, Gervinho. Conehead. That was the best thing ever.
That was hilarious.
Probably terrible audio, but hilarious.
Episode 18. I forgot what we were talking about, but we started dying at it. We were looking.
I think I brought up Gervinho's hairline.
Yeah, we were looking at pictures of Gervinho without the headband, and then somebody just did that cone head picture, and then we made it our picture for that episode on Instagram. And we also talked about the episode promotion relegation for like NCAA to like professional sports in America, which were pioneers. September 25th, 2017 was our first special episode. It was after Trump was going hard about Colin Kaepernick and calling
that was a fun one. I really enjoyed that.
That was like, it might have been like a Thursday or a Friday. I can't remember. Like, I was like, "Yo, Ceez, like, let's do a special episode." We had already done an episode that week.
It was kind of like spur of the moment, but very it was kind of like moving to me. Yeah, that was a big moment for me,
and it kind of set the tone for the future. Because, obviously,
isn't it crazy to talk like this? What are we doing right now? It kind of set the tone.
Kaboom. Episode 20.
Nothing.
Episode 20 featured the homie Manic. We put 2 of his songs, I want to say, on that episode.
And shout out his podcast.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to my Crate XL. Check that podcast out. Episode 23, Caesar, you'll never know what made that episode so special. Aside from the fact that was our longest episode, 2 hours and 11 minutes.
Jesus, I must have been bored that day.
Oh, Caesar, that was the episode we did our movie scripts.
Oh, yeah, that was so hard.
Our soccer movies.
What was mine?
You don't remember?
I think it was like, I forgot.
Yours was a sci-fi.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You don't remember?
I don't really remember it. This is so dope.
Yours was, it was like somebody cloning the old players to play against like the new players.
Oh, yeah, that'd be hard.
So it was like a cloned robot Ronaldinho and stuff playing against like the current players.
Yeah, I'm down.
Like a sci-fi.
I still watch that right now.
Oh, absolutely. And then mine was the story about like a refugee kid from Syria moving to Germany, and then you were like, I'm gonna cry right now.
It was
And then he made friends with the kid. They played soccer together, and then he went back.
Yours is almost like a Middle Eastern or Arab version of Goal.
I never seen that movie. But that was
Goal 2 had Nick Cannon in it as an Arsenal player.
That's hilarious.
Don't ever sleep for 2 minutes.
You thought that your movie wasn't going to be that good. Like you were like not that confident.
Yeah, I thought it was dumb.
I was like, that's really dope.
I was like writing this. I was like, this looks so stupid.
I thought it was very dope. Episode 25. Here on We Made It Podcast, we talk about the really important issues. The other stuff that they don't talk about. These things are written about, but people don't go on the media and talk about it very often. Episode 25, we tackled the sex abuse scandal in the UK and the academies.
You know what? I think that's one of the first times we kind of got, talked about stuff that I really didn't... I know we always kind of talked about stuff that's not in the media, but I thought that was, a big one that, I didn't feel like the media did a good... not good enough job, but... did enough put enough effort in terms of covering when it came to mainstream media. Yeah. I thought that's really important because they always do so much to talk about glorify the star players and superstars and coaches and teams, but when you understand how the fabric of soccer is, we talk about people sending their 13-year-old, 12-year-old, 9-year-old children to these faraway academies. That's important. That's important for the structure of the sport in the future. Yeah. If you're focusing on issues at hand at the youth levels and talking about them to raise awareness to prevent it for the future as well.
Absolutely. That wasn't the last time we talked about a sex abuse scandal. We talked about it at Atletico Madrid.
Unfortunately, had to do it many times before.
Episode 32. That was December 20th, 2017. It was our first time talking about Brazilian politics on the show. We were talking about Ronaldinho running for Senate, and
Bolsonaro.
So I remember, I'm not going to get into the whole thing, but let's just be real. We were talking about Bolsonaro and stuff way before other people.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
December
2017.
He didn't wait till October, right?
He did. The election wasn't until this year.
Yeah, he went October 18, but we talked about December 17. Yeah. And I remember talking about it this is a joke. He's not going to get in.
I was we talked about Bolsonaro, and then it became a little bit scandal of the Neymar and Lucas Moura liking his tweets or whatever, who supporting. Obviously, we talked about after. But that was our first time talking Brazil politics. Where Ronaldinho apparently might have been running for Senate. Who knows if he actually tried to? But that was December 20th, 2017. Our first movie review was the next episode 33. Do you remember our first movie review?
Black Panther.
No, it was Star Wars Last Jedi.
Oh, that's hard. This show's dope.
Kaboom. That was our first...
I'm going to say the next line if you do it one more time.
That was our first movie review. We did do Black Panther. We had that picture of a dude like this because you said he looked tired. You said his dad was
the whole movie.
Two-Faced.
Every time they pan him, he's like...
Stupid.
He's like, man, how long are these sets? They got me out here all day, 20 hours in Colorado filming.
Although this was recorded in December 2017, on January 3rd, 2018, we dropped
I was in Brazil, correct?
Yeah, you went to Brazil. So we dropped
homeland.
We dropped two best ofs, and then
that was our first best ofs.
Yes, 1 through 33 and 33 through
50.
No, 1 through 15 and 15 through 33.
Yeah.
The first We Made It Music Awards dropped January 3rd, 2018.
My favorite episode every year is We Made It Music Awards.
Oh, We Made It Music Awards.
Because it's so wild and unconventional and poorly researched.
Do you remember what song your song of the year?
Yes, I do. It's one of the best songs of all time. Unforgettable by Sway Lee featuring French Montana. That's the
French Montana featuring Sway Lee.
No, French Montana barely got on there. Sway Lee did all the work. But if that can still come on and bang in a club right now.
Do you remember my song that year?
Something with Radiohead.
Do you remember? Love by McConan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be crying out lashes. That's the jam.
Exactly.
Sorry.
This ain't Get Well Ceez episode. This ain't that one. Episode 36.
That was a rough episode.
Yeah, very. Episode 36, we had our first female guest. Do you remember who she was?
Nicole.
Yes, that was our first female guest.
Why did I say nickel?
I have no idea.
I wasn't born in America.
Episode 37, we had the worst title of an episode ever because it was on Valentine's Day. We had no idea what had happened.
Was it Valentine's Day Massacre?
Why are you saying it?
Because it's not a reveal show. Damn. You've been asking me questions the whole time.
I'm saying I didn't want you to say it because it's terrible.
Go listen to Valentine's Day Massacre on the day there was a Valentine's Day Massacre.
What are we doing right now?
I was gonna go this deep into the damn 100 episode.
But we didn't know that it happened, and we sent the.
Remember the text message? It was like, "Dog, did we just do this?"
But that's when we weren't uploading our own episodes. We had sent it to Dan already.
It was gone.
Yeah, but I guess I could change it.
Dan from the internet.
Yeah. Also check out Audio Face Podcast. They're still going hard. And go check out on YouTube their clips with about XXX Tentacion. Audio Face Podcast. Go check that out.
Please check it out.
March 23rd, 2018 was a special episode with Anna, and that was the first time recording an episode with someone we'd never met before.
And it was
very
amazing
good.
We miss you, Anna.
Yeah, we do. We need to come back. She's still in Philly. But neither of us had ever met her before. She came
impromptu,
came through
from.
She was living in San Diego at the time.
Yeah.
But she's from the East Coast. She's from like Philly, and we recorded that episode. And it was amazing.
That was a lot of fun.
Episode 45 is when we moved to Simplecast, and we started to upload our own episodes. Episode 47, we talked about Un Rosso alla Violencia, the campaign in Italy. The reason I'm bringing that up is because we were talking about it more than anybody else in America. I swear none of those Calcio people even gave it much attention, but we went hard about it because we thought it was important. Episode 49, Caesar coined the beautiful term Liberian Waffle House.
That was a fun Photoshop.
Yeah. That Caesar said Liberian Waffle House. I have no idea where that came from still, but it was hilarious.
What was that even the subject of that?
No idea. Episode 50 was the second We Made It Awards. Not to be confused with We Made It Music Awards. This is the second We Made It Awards.
The second annual.
Yeah. Which should be coming up soon, after probably around June or, well...
What?
Yeah, because I think the Champions League final is on June 1st.
So we do music awards in the middle of the year?
We do music awards like at the top of the year, and then the We Made It Awards is like in the beginning of summer, like end of the season.
I already know what your album of the year is.
Okay, relax.
Exactly.
That's not going to be until December. Hopefully we're like on ESPN by then. Okay.
We won't be able to do music awards.
Oh, we'll still do it. Chill.
That big knees.
Episodes 54 through 66 were our World Cup episodes. I think we dropped 12 episodes during the World Cup or something crazy, or 8 or something like that. We went very hard in the World Cup. That was the first time.
We committed to, well, you were kind of like being flip-floppy on World Cup episodes because you're a World Cup low-key, high-key World Cup hater. I've noticed it's building in you. You're not a World Cup fan nor a national team game fan.
That's not true.
Which is really whack.
I like Copa America.
I think national teams are
really
qualifiers. Cool. No, you don't.
No, Caesar,
I think you're Copa America out.
No, that's not true.
Because having another one this year, I feel like you're Copa America out.
Okay, relax. I like qualifiers. Like the Condom Bowl qualifiers were lit. And Copa America, not the 2016, that was Fugazi. 2015 Copa America was lit. The last Euros 2016 was like okay.
Oh my god.
It was okay. I didn't love it. But I liked the final. But like I didn't love it. But this World Cup was kind of whatever. But Cavani did have the best goal in the World Cup. I don't care what anybody says. Cavani was turned up against Portugal. And if he would have been there against France, Uruguay would have went to the final.
Okay. No midfield. MLS midfield. Go ahead.
Torreira, Vecino
from MLS.
Relax.
Seattle Sounders.
Episode 72 was our esports episode.
You said Vincino. Go ahead.
Episode 72 was the esports episode.
I still get texts about that, by the way. I'm not playing with you.
From who?
I still get people saying that I just heard your esports episode's awesome. Like, I still get them.
Yeah, you never even told me about that.
Because I don't remember until I do the show.
Okay. But yeah, that episode was turned up. Tark was on there. Caesar got really emotional. Got turned up on your boy. You don't remember? We're talking about therapy. You screaming on your boy.
Yeah, because y'all was naming some false facts.
Okay. Episode 77, we covered the Ronaldo rape allegations. And then episode 77, Caesar initiated a boycott of Juventus and Ronaldo.
Episode 78, we got canceled.
And that's when we started to call him Bleep. Episode 79 was the episode we did with Dro the Gooner out there in Texas. Our first remote guest, Dro. We talked the episode mostly about Arsenal. Our second remote guest will most likely and hopefully be the people from Tiki Talker Podcast.
The homies.
Check them out. Up there in Canada. December 26th dropped the second We Made It Music Awards. Do you remember your favorite song?
Yes, Te Bote by the homie down the street, Darrell, and Bad Bunny and a few other humans.
Everybody else, I don't know.
Yeah.
And mine was
Darrell. What's up? Yours was this is a good one. It was Future. It was Never Stop.
It was Wi-Fi Lit.
Wi-Fi Lit. Whoa.
Auntie.
I guessed it on the show and you got really mad.
Yeah, because that was very whack.
No one.
No
one even said, "Hey, man, why is Caesar ruining the award show?"
They probably did. Episode 88 was one of the. Honestly, in my opinion, I'm gonna bring it up later. In my opinion, it's been one of the most important, like, gangsterous, realist episodes we've ever done. Was Transfer Ban. We're talking about racism in football, and that was around the time the Koulibaly thing happened, and we talked about them instituting transfer bans on teams whose fans are racist.
I think we had a really good in-depth conversation. A lot of people can benefit on talking about what's good punishment that teams or fans or whatever clubs can suffer as a result of racism happening during games.
Absolutely. Episode 93 is our second longest episode. So our first longest episode was It's a Movie, when we did our soccer movies. That was 2 minutes.
What happened to us? We used to be so much fun.
That was 2 hours.
Movie episodes.
That was 2 hours well, that was because it was like
dead.
There was no soccer at that time.
But we still were pumping stuff out every week.
We started after the season. Literally, there was only one.
We talked about that. Yeah. We started like right before the last Champions League game.
That's when we started the podcast, and then we just had the Confederations Cup, and then the season.
Do you
started.
remember how we started?
What do you mean?
Like how it just began?
I was gonna tell that story after this.
Slow down. Go ahead, because I don't remember it.
So yeah, episode 93 was our second longest episode, called Free the Real Ones, featuring Targos after the Super Bowl. We talked about 21 Savage and Lula and all kinds of other stuff.
21 Savage the 21st.
Yeah, so we that was a very long episode and went very hard. And episode 96 is when we asked if there's a black soccer community in America. To date, We Made It podcast is in 40 states in America out of 50, and we're in 86 countries worldwide.
Asterisk.
Why is that?
You said it should be 90-something because some places don't.
Well, here's the thing. Officially, it's 86, but that's because they're counting the United Kingdom. But if we're going by FIFA standards, Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland.
You can't consider all that one country. That's cheating.
I mean, technically it is, but Wales.
Is it really?
Yeah, Wales, North England. Okay.
You know, I just learned that right now, like this moment.
Okay, so in FIFA, Wales, England, Northern Ireland, and Scotland are separate in FIFA, but in real life, it's the United Kingdom.
Also, United Kingdom is similar to the United States, except it's not states, right?
Yeah, so United Kingdom includes Wales.
What the hell? I never do that in my life. Where have I been? What's up with this education system?
Wales, England, Northern Ireland, and Scotland. That's the United Kingdom.
Northern Ireland?
Yes, not Ireland. Ireland is a separate country.
Go Ireland!
But
the hell out of there.
So technically, you could say we're in 90 because we're in all of those. We're in Scotland. We're in Northern Ireland. We're in Wales.
We're low-key popping in Wales.
Kinda. No, we're not. We're more low-key popping in Scotland than Wales, actually. But we're low-key popping.
We talking bad about that dude on ESPN FC.
We're low-key popping in the
Burley.
UK and Ireland. We do go hard. You know, we're actually low-key popping is in Scandinavia. Like, we always had downloads Sweden, Finland. Well, I don't know if Finland's considered Scandinavia, but Norway, Sweden, Denmark. We always got downloads.
That's our squad. We're gonna go tour.
Oh, we definitely go hard out there. So yeah, we're on episode 100. Caesar and I started this podcast. We used to talk on the phone when Caesar was in Hawaii. We used to talk about soccer all hours and hours. Caesar would
walk around sweating, wind blowing.
It would be sounding like all kinds of hurricanes and typhoons. I'd be like, Caesar, dog, like I can't do it. Then he'd get on the bus and I'd be like, dog, like is somebody fighting on there? Like what's going on? And we would always have these conversations. And then I remember you were saying like, let's start a podcast, and I'm like, I'm with it. And then we didn't really know like what to call it. I mean, I'm sorry, we didn't really know like what to do with the podcast. So you were saying let's just talk about like pop culture, and I was like, no, I'm gonna be too ratchet. Like I'm gonna just be too wild.
Like, if you can't go all out, there's no point.
Exactly. Like if you can't just say whatever. Like I'm like, if we go hard and then we blow up, somebody's gonna shoot us. So like we can't do it. But then we're like, okay, let's do a soccer podcast. Like we talk about soccer all the time. Then we decided to do that. Do you remember some of the early names that we were gonna do? Because I remember. Because one of them still has a Twitter handle. You don't remember?
No.
The first one was going to be Stick Talk.
Oh, that's Stick Talk.
But it was actually a baseball podcast. And then
that makes sense as a baseball podcast.
Yeah. And then there was going to be Wall to Wall podcast.
Oh, yeah. Tezzy came up with Wall to Wall.
I think so, yeah. But then,
why was it called Wall to Wall?
I can't remember, but that Twitter is still out there.
The indoor soccer podcast was wall to wall.
But then we came up with We Made It podcast.
Means nothing, so I'm down.
But you know what I like about the name We Made It is like it's a congratulatory term. Like it's a positive term. It's like happiness and it's congratulatory.
I think We Made It's a great name because it doesn't necessarily state it takes a certain position to be something. Like here's where we are right now. We're at this point. There's no big deal going on, but we made it. Like this right here, this moment, this 100 episode. To me, I made it. Like this is what I've dreamed about talking in some kind of like radio space. So this is I'm happy with my dog too.
Like
I'm down.
We made it like this, and then we made it like
we made this, and then we made it where we are.
Like we made it, and that's
we'll keep saying it.
Yeah,
when I retire, but like I made it.
And for anybody like when you achieve something like with your friends or whatever, like we made it. Like it's a congratulatory term.
It's a community podcast.
Exactly, I guess. So then we came up, we made a podcast.
Can't tell me otherwise.
We did a test episode, which I still have. I can't really remember anything we talked about. I just remember saying
being very, very echoey.
Yeah, but then we kind of figured it out. And honestly, we did the first episode. And like from there, we were just going. It was crazy to do the awards in the second episode, but I felt like it's always been natural.
I'll never forget Dan saying, "How are you guys going to do an award show your second episode?" I said, "This is what we do."
Yeah, and we have to. Like it's the end of the season.
I'm gonna be real with you. Like the podcast wouldn't be us if we didn't do something like that. Like that's literally us. Yeah. Exactly. So I'm not out here trying to follow a rubric of how somebody else did it. If I'm gonna make it, which I already did. It's got to be the way we do it, just like freestyling.
Exactly.
That's how we became millionaires, off freestyling.
And we also were wanting to do this because we were frustrated with soccer media. We're just like the American soccer media. We're frustrated with it. And so we want to put our bid in. For anybody being like, oh, nobody talking about this, the things that you think nobody talks about, like, trust me, like, we talked about it. Like, if I see that on Twitter, I go to the episode. I just, like, see all episodes on WeMadeItPodcast.com. Control F,
search,
and it's episode 32. It's right there. Oh, nobody talking about Norway women's. And like, no, I talked about that. We talked about that. That's a year ago.
Hell haven't we talked about?
Yeah, exactly. So we wanted to put our bid in. Like, you know, when you see a problem, try to be part of the solution. And that's what we wanted to do.
Someone can't even be like, oh, well, they never talk good about Messi. Sir, we have a dedication episode. We don't even have another player that we dedicated an episode showing love to.
That's actually true. Yeah.
So he got something that even Bleep never got.
Yeah. Cavani never. You know, everybody know I love Cavani. Neymar, like before he started being wild. Yeah, we never did that.
Before he had,
and there's no player like there's no player we show bias against or for or whatever. There's none of that. Like we give praise when it's due and we criticize when it's due. Like it's not a big deal for us. Like. It's not. This isn't a fan podcast or like a supporters podcast.
The perfect example is probably comparing episode 0 through episode 1 through 70, where I'm talking about the chronicles of Real Madrid's championships and everything. And then as soon as I had no problem. I had no problem instituting that ban. I had no problem. Just like they canceled Gucci, I had no problem doing that with Juve. No, I had no problem doing that with Bleep.
Yeah, he had to get canceled.
Yeah, sorry.
So yeah. We Made a podcast, and anybody that's listening, thank you so much for listening. Tell your friends, you know, we go hard, and we're going to keep doing it.
And also, like, big time shout out for everybody that's done the little things to support. I know, like, it's not big, but, like, it's big to me that anybody's even took 2 minutes to do something for us. From Stodium to everybody that's done what they could to hook it up.
We got this microphone right here. Jamie got it for us.
We
ain't scared to say no names.
No. I'm happy to say there's people that have been in my life, present, past, and currently, and I mean future, and all these people have done something to contribute to showing. You don't forget, we never forget these people, man.
Yeah, everybody that supported us, honestly, like I mean, if everybody was kind of like, yo, y'all still do that dumbass podcast, you know what I'm saying? Then we probably stop. But like,
I'm like, what?
But people believe in us, even if they don't listen to the podcast.
And I appreciate that. I never asked everybody to listen to the show. No. Because I know what the people we reach towards.
Yeah.
But I always appreciate everybody that shows love and says keep doing your thing. And I have people in my life that still ask me how we're doing months later. Like whether it's work or fun, they'll be like, hey man, like how's it going? I'm like, oh, hey man, appreciate it. It's going good, you know?
Whenever I tell somebody it's the best soccer podcast in the world, they believe it. Even if they don't listen. They're like, I know it is.
You know what
y'all are doing it.
You know what no one's ever said? Nah, this one is. That's never happened.
Never. I welcome that. Please, we want the smoke. But yeah, anyway.
What if someone's like, Tiki Talkers?
But that's the homies, though. We ain't competing with them, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't be fighting international podcast. That's a whole different country.
Both me and Ceez are Canadian at heart, so
deep.
But yeah, so episode 100, we made a podcast. Thank you, everybody.
Love y'all.
Now let's get into the episode. We got to go hard, and sadly,
that was fun. All right, y'all.
See you later. Bye. Podcast over forever. Sadly, we're on an international break right now, and sadly, we get tired of talking about this. We're tired of talking about it, but we got to keep talking about it because it keeps happening. It doesn't stop. The Euro qualifiers these past couple weeks or whatever have been marred by racism. I'm going to go ahead and read this. What happened when Germany was playing... who the heck were they playing, actually? Oh, they were playing Serbia in Germany.
Jesus.
And Leroy Sané and Ilkay Gundogan were allegedly racially abused. Leon Goretzka has implored, also a German player.
Baller.
I haven't seen him in a while.
He's baller.
I haven't seen him
in a
while.
He's baller in a tournament, though.
Yeah, but you haven't watched him for
I do not watch no Bundesliga. I don't even have Fox anymore.
Leon Goretzka has implored supporters to stand up with courage to racism, having called the alleged abuse of Germany teammates Leroy Sané and Ilkay Gundogan terrifying. German Football Association released a statement on Thursday condemning an incident that occurred. Sané and Gundogan were constantly insulted by a small group of spectators. I guess this kind of vindicates Ozil a little bit, but he might have been talking about the German FA.
No, he was talking about.
I don't know if he was talking about the fans. He might have been talking about.
And he also took a picture with the.
Well, that didn't have nothing to do with it. We did put that picture of him as a hairless cat though next to Erdogan. A journalist posted a video on Facebook in which he described the alleged abuse footage that Goretzka witnessed himself and that prompted him to address the issue during a news conference on Friday. This is Goretzka saying, I would like to make a statement on this matter. I watched the video too and was moved by it. The scenes he described were terrifying. He said, I think you should do everything possible against these people. He says, I grew up in a Ruhrpott, where if you get asked where you're from, you answer with Schalke, Dortmund, or Bochum. I don't know these places, but I did write something. Dortmund is in this area. Ruhrpott. I wish I knew how to pronounce German. I don't.
Okay. You only want to know sexy languages.
Damn. He said here at the DFB, we have said multiple times we stand for diversity and integration. He says something that has. He said, so this is something that has to be punished. He described that nobody stood up against these people, and I can only support everybody out there to stand up with courage. So this is Goretzka coming out saying that, supporting his teammates and saying that, there were some racist incidents. I feel like your face right now, I feel you, because honestly, I was just thinking like, well, if you saw it going down or if you heard, why didn't y'all do anything during the game, dog?
I'm just tired of it always being another player sticking up for somebody. Word? Damn, capped it off. All right.
Caesar in here drinking tap water, by the way.
No,
is that black stuff at the bottom? Oh, my. No, I'm joking.
I would have been really angry. And it probably came from inside my body.
Caesar, you're drinking tap water, though.
No, I'm not.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'm really tired of being a player coming in to step up and blah 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 and talk this, like it's just ridiculous. We already talked about the transfer ban. I don't ever hear any top people where's the
I just want to know what happens.
Why is everybody still talking? Why is there talking about it? Why are we still talking? You know what should have been after that? This should have been immediate action. Forget a statement. Forget all that. You know what you got to do? You got to just stop making statements on these things. You got to just hit them. Hit them.
Well, also...
You don't need to make a press release. You know what the press release has got to be? The press release has got to be the punishment that you instituted. That's what it got to be. Because next time it knows, they don't be like, damn, they didn't even say they're thinking about it, deliberating on it. I just walked outside and there's 2 cops outside waiting. I want to just hit them quickly, swiftly, all right? Just do it.
Well, the worst part is these were actually German fans that were doing that to the German players.
I'll never forget. I think it was 2016 Champions League. I was watching this Champions League match. I'm like, yo, why the hell? Why is half of German Allianz Arena empty? And I guess they had like the ultras got banned for like a bunch of crazy things they were saying the match before. I'm like, this is 2016. Lord knows over time how much. And now 2019 is still going.
Oh, absolutely. And
you can keep talking about these things, but unless you take some real legitimate action, if you go back to transfer ban episode, take some legitimate action, you're just going to keep seeing repercussions. It's just going to keep happening. People are going to keep doing what they want.
Well, I guess you can't really do a transfer ban for a national team, but why don't you just be like you forfeit the next game?
That's a lot, dog. I'm just kidding.
Look at somebody over here. You talking about
me
going?
Game?
You talking about me being corporate?
I'd rather just not let them come in any games at all. If that's the case. Just don't be opening that arena at all. You don't deserve to have a crowd. You don't deserve to have
so you want to do a stadium?
Thing like they do every other time. It's just going to be me and a custodial every match. I don't care. You ain't getting. You ain't getting. No, I don't believe in a whole damn forfeit match. Jesus.
Caesar supports racism.
But think about this though. Think about this. This is
Please
my
explain
concept.
why you want to support racism.
Why is it no? You want me to join your little I Love Monkey Chant squad?
You don't remember what episode that was.
You mentioned earlier, it might have been 31 or something. Who knows? One of the 30s. Dirty 30s.
Like episode 4.
Maybe it was 5. You can't... I don't believe that the players... for example, like players that got these call-ups in their first times and all this, it's kind of messed up that they would lose down the opportunity to walk out there playing based upon the racism of these idiotic, these stupid fans. So I'd rather just punish the fans directly by taking them out of there and letting the players still get their TV exposure, their playing time, whatever, than it is to like overall across the board.
Well, this is why I think they should just... Because it's... Okay, if they're talking like it's extreme, then extreme measures. Taking the fans out, okay, yeah, we made our point. But like... Saying like, okay, you fans of Serbia or Germany, whatever, if you take it upon yourselves to desecrate this sport with this racism, you will be punishing your own team. I guarantee there's no Germany fan that does not want Germany playing in the Euro tournament 2019. They want their team there. 2020. They want their team there. So if the announcer before the game is saying, yo, if we hear monkey chants or anything racist against this person or these different things, we hear these things, the next game is going to be forfeited, and daggone Malta is going to get 3 points off of Germany. I guarantee they won't say shit.
Well, let me tell you something. You made some excellent points right there. But I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to stay on my side.
Because you support racism. Okay. But also...
What?
Also, there was more racism. Yes, we're talking about it again. I know, but we got to do it. We made it.
Why do you guys always talk about racism?
The Guardian's talking about it. No, but I got some more to say about this situation. So this was England playing against Montenegro in Montenegro. There was monkey chants apparently. I'm not going to get into it. England won 5-1.
Your favorite? You think it's all good.
Raheem Sterling
Keep fighting, Raheem. Battle through it.
Raheem Sterling. Well, he did. Raheem Sterling had maybe he had a hat trick or a brace. I can't remember. He posted about it on social media after they were doing monkey chants and some other things. Now, this is kind of how I feel about this one, and you might disagree with me.
Here it goes. Here comes the truth.
I'm trying to see if there's like anything I wanted to say from this actual article.
No, you're looking for something to read.
Chill out. I actually wrote some stuff down. Oh no! So they were doing monkey chants, I guess, against Raheem Sterling, maybe Danny Rose or somebody.
And Trippier.
I was like, well, damn. What about Ross Barkley though? I was like, did Ross Barkley get offended?
Ross Barkley, I don't think they still found out yet. Only we made it.
Ross Barkley's dad's name is Peter Afanga. And literally.
Why are you snitching, dog?
It's on the internet.
Why are you snitching, dog?
And then his grandpa is literally from Nigeria, and his dad's name.
Wow, he really is.
Yeah.
Oh damn, Ross Barkley's just for African.
Ross Barkley's dad's name is Peter Afanga. He's estranged.
We'll claim him.
Yeah. Now here's another thing.
Estranged?
Yeah, he's not around.
Jesus, you went deep.
Here's another.
You didn't do all this for bleep and calling LVPD though.
I saw because I had to call 12. I saw this comment on Facebook. I was dying.
Oh, God.
Some dude was like, oh, the Montenegro fans are racist. He was like, that sucks because they live in a place called Black Mountain. I was dying. dying. I was like, that's hilarious, dog. I literally, because
you know what that is? That's the most like schoolyard comeback ever. Yeah. Like if you had like if you put these people in like some hypothetical where they're like school kids and they're just like talking mess about black people, like you're from a place called Black Mountain and you want to talk about you don't like black people.
But it's funny because I never put that together with Montenegro ever.
This happened to you a lot this year.
Yeah, right. Like
you're getting a lot of like, hey, this is.
I'm like, wait a minute, like, oh, that's Contigo, like with the
with you.
But so yeah, that was hilarious.
I never did either.
Montenegro. Yeah, never. Because it used to be Serbia and Montenegro, and I never just like, oh wait, yeah, that's two Spanish words. Here's my thing, also though. Montenegro became a country in 2006.
Yeah, I remember one of the World Cups when there were two different one team, Serbia and Montenegro.
There's only like 700,000 people. It's a poor country.
I want you to name a basketball player from Serbia and Montenegro.
Well, that doesn't exist anymore.
Okay.
So,
wonder what side he would pick.
Damn, he probably picked one already. Here's my thing. Would like this? I don't know how it's gonna sound, but like, how can you get offended from some people from Montenegro? You're Raheem Sterling, dog. Like, you're Raheem Sterling.
Here you go.
You gonna get offended from some people from Montenegro? Like, you're really telling me that like these people in this stadium with 15,000 people in this poor country, let's be honest, I'm not dissing them, but it's a poor country.
Dissing.
You gonna get offended from them? Now, I was thinking like, now, would Raheem Sterling, now here's the question for you. Would Raheem Sterling be the bad guy if he was like, yeah, they were doing monkey chants, but like they're all poor and they wish if they were doing a lottery for somebody for a visa to the UK, they would stop being racist right away. If somebody, like, would he be the bad guy if he was like,
not to me?
Yeah, but like I wonder if the media would treat him bad if he was like,
they would say he's immature and that's disgusting behavior. I'm like, really now?
Yeah, like I wonder, because honestly, like, to be honest with you, like,
you can't do no right.
I would rather hear Raheem Sterling respond that way. To be like, you know what? I live in a big ass million something pounds mansion in Manchester, and I probably got another one in London and Liverpool. And these people are scraping around in old Soviet project buildings. How could they offend me? Yeah,
what if they're like, oh, but you're from Jamaica?
I'd be like, yeah, you'd want a visa to Jamaica too. It's popping. Yeah, it's fun.
I'd be like, we have water.
Yeah, people go vacation there. They don't go vacation here.
There's no resorts in Montana.
There's not one resort. Some lake resort, maybe. Like,
hard pass.
Like, somebody, like, honestly, like, not to say that Raheem Sterling and Danny Rose and the other players and Ross Barkley.
We're on a Montenegro bashing spree right now. Jeez.
I'm not bashing them. I'm bashing more of those fans. And I would want Raheem Sterling and those other players to say, yo, this is what they were doing. Y'all all heard it. But like, how am I supposed? I'm Raheem Sterling, yo. Like, look, I'm whipping this. Like, there's 700,000 people here. I got 2 cars worth $700,000. Like, how the hell am I going to be offended by these people?
His wage is probably like $500K a week.
Like, something crazy like that. Like, I want to hear him stand up with some pride about who he is, and not just like, oh, these people are making monkey chants at me, and that's bad. Like, haters and racists, like, you should be like, you gotta be on a certain level to be a Raheem Sterling hater, and you ain't there yet. You know what I'm saying?
That last statement was interesting. So this is my thing though. So like, wait, like,
you want to have baller haters?
Does this mean that like you don't like they shouldn't have got banned or something for next?
No. I think that they should be punished, but I want to hear the players that were treated that way come out and flex, dog. Like, how, like, yo, like,
you want them to do some geopolitical flexing?
Not necessarily, but I want you to. You don't gotta drop facts.
GDP is garbage.
No. You don't gotta know that, because why would you? It's Montenegro. But like, and I'm not even like, yo. If it was the Bahamas, it'd be like, yeah, I don't know anything about here. Like, we're just here. But like, you're telling me like these people, like, you can't make me feel bad. Like, I gotta have a hater on us. It's like, okay, like, if you come out tomorrow with the album and you're a rapper, you got one track or whatever, you start dissing Jay-Z, like, he's not gonna respond to you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you're not on the level. But if I don't know who's big, Kendrick Lamar came after him, maybe then he would respond.
Yeah, he would.
So like, you gotta be on a certain level to get under my skin. I would. I would want to hear Raheem Sterling or these guys kind of flex about like who they are, instead of just saying like, yeah, you know, these racists and these haters. Like,
I like how you finished it, but you approached it as if like he shouldn't even care that they're
no. Somebody's got to say what happened for sure. But for Raheem Sterling himself, be like, these people ain't on the level to hate on me.
Yeah, I'm down. But I mean, like, I'm just. I don't understand. Like at this point, like, do you even like want to be awarding games in these places if this is going to be happening?
Sure. Yeah. No, they have to play in the. They have to qualify. They have to be part of the Euro qualifiers. But yeah, I still agree. If your fans are being racist and ridiculous in the crowds, if we're gonna care about it, then I think the punishment should be your team forfeits 3 points.
And one of the punishments considered you monkey chants?
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely, for sure.
You weren't saying this 2 months ago, but that's all good.
I only talked about how it would affect me. If I'm Raheem Sterling, like, you're one of the best players in the world. You're rich.
Should have went to Real Madrid.
You're rich. Like, you're one of the best players in the world.
Filthy rich.
You're gonna tell me some people from Montenegro can get under? Like, come on, like, how?
Yeah.
I want a hater like, Paul Pogba, like that can be my hater, not like some people here that would literally, if you were like, hey, I want you to be my driver and I'm gonna pay you like 2% of my like daily wage, let's go.
ASAP.
Yeah, like what? Don't even tell me the number. Like, let's just go. I get to live in England, sure. But anyway, that's what was going on in the Euro qualifiers. Obviously, now you guys know Caesar supports racism.
Okay.
Really quick, also, we haven't really gotten a chance to talk about Serie that much. And after this, I do want to. We're probably going to get off of soccer a little bit. We're going to talk about Colin Kaepernick's settlement news, and Caesar's going to drop UFC stuff. That's his favorite. MMA is his favorite sport.
So it's not.
Stop. Okay, Caesar. I recently sent a tweet to the president of the Italian FA from the We Made It podcast Twitter. His name is Gabriele Gravina. He said that this. I saw this article and I was like, damn, like this is kind of serious. He said that he's working hard to restore credibility to the Italian game after years in which he claims it lost its appeal. He said that racism and violence have continued to overshadow Italian football. He was elected president last October after Italy didn't qualify for the World Cup. He says, we need to get back to being truly credible. Some of these things are kind of crazy. So don't get on your phone. He said, I refer to the commercial partners who have rightly and legitimately thought about abandoning the world of football, and we've had to win them over. This is recently a third division club. So this is Serie C. Ooh. Their name is Pro Piacenza. Were thrown out of the league after fielding just 8 players, including an ineligible physio, in a 20-0 defeat to Cuneo. I never heard of them.
Damn, Division 3 is wilding. I can make it. We should have went out there.
After financial problems prompted their first team squad to strike and seek other clubs. This is something that happened to Parma. They were saying they didn't have hot water at Parma, and that used to be a legendary club.
Yeah, and Dybala was there.
Yeah. Parma, what's his name was there? Buffon was there.
Yeah, those pink jerseys.
No, that's Palermo.
Okay, then I'm wrong. Then.
Yeah, Parma.
Dybala wasn't there.
Yeah, Parma is literally like a legendary Italian club.
Parma, that's where Javillo's at.
Yes, yeah, they picked him up.
Wow.
Yeah, because they came back to Serie A.
And no water? No water?
Since 2003, hold on. That follows the demise of... Holy moly, this is kind of crazy, actually. Since 2013, 38 clubs from Italy's Serie B down have gone away, and a total of 150 bankruptcies in the last 15 years.
Damn, 115?
150.
Jesus, 3 years?
38 clubs have disappeared since 2013, and 150 bankruptcies of clubs in the past 15 years.
15 years. That's insane.
Gravina said that must end.
Yeah, it should, unless you want to have a job still, man.
Yeah.
They're going to have a 2-league system.
Basically. So yeah, he's really concerned about like getting Serie A back to like
how
some level. Well, good question. And I did tweet him about the transfer ban thing because obviously Serie A is suffering from racism, and I think that if they instituted our solution, it would be revolutionary and very progressive, and people will look to Serie A like, okay, you know what? Like they're really trying to do something for real here, and I think they will respect that a lot.
Never mind.
And I feel like they need to be Serie A and Gravina specifically. He needs to institute something. They need to be the front runner of something progressive. So Serie A can be like, Serie A can be like, yo, like let's say if it was VAR, like obviously all the leagues have VAR now basically, but if it was like, oh man, they're doing this new thing, like Serie A got to do it first. You know what I mean? Because like people have to see like you care about your league in this country and like you're trying to get back to the stature. I think if they instituted transfer bans for racism, that would be part of it, and maybe some other things too. I don't know what you might think Serie A can do to get back to its, stature.
The only thing about I think transfer ban will be good in terms of public perception for people who actually like that stuff. But I don't know if like in Europe there's that much honestly like how what the percentages of people are who are like against or for like actions taken by.
No, I think there's a lot of people that would be down for that. I think a lot of people will look at Serie A and be like, wow, like they're really trying to change something for real, because racism and violence is like the worst part of like Italian football, and like people getting shot and stabbed up, and I guess that Roma dude killed that Liverpool guy or seriously injured him, and he just went to jail, I guess, or he just like got sentenced in Liverpool. There's a lot of violence and there's a lot of racism. I don't know what you do about the violence. I have no idea, because it seems like a lot of the ultras in Italy, the ultras are gangs.
I don't want to like say that, but it seems like more like that's something more culturally to address.
That's very racist of you, but you do support racism, as you said earlier.
As do you.
Whoa. But
RACIO. Sure.
But I do think that at least the thing that
I mean, you asked me earlier what I thought.
Oh, you were still going? My bad. No, I thought you were done. My bad. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I mean, like, the thing is when you're talking about, you asked me earlier, like, what would you think would be the drive, the appeal to, like, help grow the sport or whatever they need on there?
Get rid of these negative things and give something positive.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think obviously instituting something that shows, like, the league has, like, a firm stance upon the negative perceptions of it.
Yeah.
And also I really think that you need to make the league look younger, more appealing to younger people. You need to adhere to the youthful, adhere to more upbeat. Unfortunately, in soccer, we still have a perception of Italian league as being like almost like the older man's league, like the different kind of style, the boring style. And you've said it yourself. You think that Italian soccer is some of the most beautiful soccer to watch.
I don't know what they're doing this year. I haven't watched for real.
But that's what you said before when you used to watch. Yeah. So, I think you need to adhere to that. You need to, like, make the league look fresh. Okay, like, you know what you kind of got to do? You got to have the talent and the skill set of Spanish league, but you need to have the vibe, the energy, like the cool charisma of like French league has. Like French league kind of has like that. This is for if you're born 2000 and after. Kind of like feel like what I'm saying, like you know what I mean by that. Like 18. Like I'm sure the demographics of like probably majority of the 18 and younger, probably a lot of them or a high majority watch probably French league because of the players on there. So you need to have that feel, and you can bring it up. There's a lot of talented Italian players. Look at Bernardeschi. Mm-hmm. There's players with swag and talent. And what's cool about Italy, I think it's also one of the few countries in that small list of countries that produces players at a high level of all different categories.
Who? Serie A?
I'm saying Italy in general. Like they can build a. No, they've in the past in turn now. They have young strikers that are good. Who? They have midfielders that are good. They've had Balotelli players in the past and currently.
Who's good in Serie A that's going to leave?
They have defensive players. I'm saying that they're able to bring them. They don't have to like go and buy a Mbappe.
This is what I was actually going to say in regards to the French league. I think that Serie A needs to make itself attractive for like loans of those young French players. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody like let's say like somebody like a Nicolas Pepe. Like,
but the issue with that is this: when you do that, what do? You take away the one stance that the Italian league has had. It was never known as like it doesn't get that Farmers League rep because
when
you're the league that gets the loanee of young players, I don't think. But when you build up, but I think when you work on building up your own players,
but there ain't nobody there. There ain't nobody there, dog. Like who?
I mean, Juventus is a big club.
There's not very many Italian players there, though.
Yo, why you coming in, boy, spin doctor like that?
I mean, there are some, but like the stars aren't Italian.
Chiellini back there.
Yeah, but the stars aren't. But Chiellini's never like he's not a star though. Like
Buffon was a star.
Yeah, but that's hipster stuff. He's a goalie. But like, and they won the World Cup with
Icardi.
But like, yeah, but like, there's not like there's good players. Like Bernardeschi's good. Spin Doctor's good, I guess. Rugani's good. I've never seen him play. That's why I said that. You know, there's good players.
Moises Keane is there.
Yeah, but like, there's not like, there's this talent coming up in Italy. Yeah. But like I said, somebody like Nicola Pepe who plays for Lille, a team like Roma or Inter or Milan or Juve even or like Napoli, like that's an upgrade from Lille. You know,
no, I get it.
Or like Ndombele, excuse me, for Lyon. Get these young players and try to make your league attractive for like players going out on loan.
2010 was probably the pinnacle of Italian league. I mean, you had AC Milan had super teams, and you had all that going on. But Italian league wasn't watched because it had like young players. They watched because it had really established high level players, and also players that you could arguably say were not necessarily in their legit early 20s prime, but late 20s, still capable skill sets, like still really good.
Yeah, of course.
You had Brazilian Ronaldo when it was right before it was kind of getting over with and it was the tail end of a lot of injuries.
Well, late 20s.
You had Ronaldinho. What I know, because you're talking about like physically and mentally, of course.
Yeah.
You know, Ronaldinho when he was right before the breaking point and joining Bolsonaro, you had a lot of stuff. You know, so I think, and then of course you had Kaká all those years. I mean, they got him young from Sao Paulo. So you know. It's tough. I think it's always tough to address to how to give a league how a league can grow, because building a league is not just involving making teams good per se and making it watchable.
Make it attractive.
You have to make it attractive. You have to make it attractive in the sense that it appeals to what people in that region enjoy to, along with around the world. Do you focus on your country or do you focus around the world? Because we used to talk about what the different metrics were in terms of like, oh, look how popular PSG is here, but look how popular like Barcelona's around the world and all this. So we used to talk about that too, like in terms of popularity, you know.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you're not going to catch certain clubs, but like Barcelona is very popular because of Messi. Like if Messi leaves, like there's no stars really on Barcelona, to be honest with you.
And I think that it's going to be a lot harder with these clubs nowadays and leagues to get popular because of these really kind of stupid TV contracts are signing around the world. And if they're trying to hit North America market, it's tough because, I mean, like...
That's stupid.
I mean, like, when you're doing stuff, like, you're putting things not on television, but you put it in, like, on a subscription service... Like you're technically like you're making it harder to reach. So like when you make things harder to reach, you get less. It's not as easy to get like appeal.
But a way that they could get that North American appeal in Italy is bringing American players. So my thing is like I don't have the actual answers, and I've never been to Italy. I don't know like what it's really like to say. But if you want to build like this football league, Serie A, Calcio, like. If you're not going to really be able to build it on the backs of, like, Italian players, because, like, who's balling out in Italy this year scoring the goals is, like, Bleep and Quagliarella. He's 38 or something like that.
What happened to that dude, the Torino, everybody said it was Belotti? Belotti.
You're going to give me an anxiety
Belotti
attack.
was worth $100 million.
I still can't stop thinking about somebody saying $100 million Belotti. I can't get over it, honestly. But, like, I'm thinking of a player like Nicola Pepe, Ndombele, who's some other like young? There's like some young goalie for Toulouse. Maybe like
Lafont.
Yes, maybe
you hate
like
Lafont.
No, he just started very young. Maybe some other like Jadon Sancho. Some of these like young guys that are like out there in these leagues that like
Rashford.
Well, he plays for Man U, so it's going to be hard to take him from there. But like Nicola Pepe is going to be. He's on his way to being a star.
Star from Stade Rennes.
Yeah, something like that. Like. these Italian teams is a step up for them.
Yeah,
you got to make your league attractive to be like, at least we can take them on loan or maybe buy them. You could
definitely say that the recruiting needs to kind of like maybe go harder for some of these clubs too. But I mean, like, I'll keep it real. I think there is some effort going on. Like, I thought it was dope that Inter did get Lautaro Martinez from Racing Club in Argentina. I know he had like a big year, but I know. But I'm saying, like, you're doing something, but you gotta give it more.
But you know what? I think in Argentina they probably watched Serie already. You know
for sure.
You know what I mean? A lot of them have Italian roots, so like Serie is probably popular in Argentina already. But like, if he's saying that Serie is falling off, it's falling off in Europe. Like that's what he's talking about. It ain't.
It's not worldwide. They're not worried about.
You know what I mean? It's talking about in Europe. And it's not like winning the.
They're trying to impact their own home. They're trying to change it in their own homes.
Basically, the European Union.
They were going through some problems. Remember the Milan thing was a big issue. Then remember they couldn't get fans out.
Yeah, there's been a lot of issues recently. Even
at the highest level, compared to the teams in the bottom part falling off.
So I feel what he's saying, but even when those teams in the bottom falling off, that affects the top teams as well. So like, I think one of the things can be like trying to attract some of this young talent. But you're not going to be able to do that when, like, let's say Ndombele or Nicola Pepe, like, they're French, they're Ivory Coast, like, something like that. Like, if they're, like, basically scared to go to Italy, if they're just like, yo, like, why would I do that if it's going to be, like, monkey chance every day? Like, let me just stay here.
Racism
you know what I mean?
only makes it harder for you to build youth talent and skill because you're limiting your players to the ones that only fans won't mistreat, you know. So like you're just making the pool smaller. Like you have all these fish, but you're only trying to get specific fish.
Yeah,
you're making it harder on yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I think it makes your league like kind of less competitive. Like when you don't have the ability to get like all the players you want.
Like I'm gonna keep it real. I thought it was really cool that like Justin Kluivert went to Roma, in the sense that I'm like, look at this like young Dutch player, who's his father was a very famous black Dutch player, going from Netherlands, to Italy, like that's cool. That's cool. Whether it works out or not, that's a cool move to Roma. That's a cool random move.
Yeah,
I thought it was really cool when Roma had Gervinho. He was balling. Like that stuff was cool to me. Like. And not necessarily that it's because like they're black necessarily or they're African. I just thought it was that I thought that like this show, like the league, like whatever we've always felt when known for years about Italian league, like say what you want, but these guys are doing it on your team, so like that's something. Like it means I'm happy it's not the same mindset going on at the upper management levels as well too as some of these stupid fans.
But like that can start to affect it. It can get there.
Absolutely, and then it could be like, well. Why should I even do it if this is going to be like this when we come to games? Because we're just going to get transfer bans. So I'm not going to get these guys anymore.
Okay, Caesar, a couple weeks ago you went really hard on your boy Colin Kaepernick. Now they're saying, we don't know for sure, I guess.
This is speculation.
But it seems like the Wall Street Journal said it and some other publications said it.
All legit sources that Trump hates.
He might like Wall Street Journal, actually. I don't know.
No, they be asked for his taxes.
They're saying that your boy Colin Kaepernick and Eric Reed got $10 million. Now, I don't know if they have to split that. But, Caesar, if
is that 50-50 or is that 25?
I don't know. But let's say Colin Kaepernick himself got 10 M's.
How much did Ebro and his wife get, too?
If let's say that he got 10 M's, what do you think of that settlement?
Garbage. You know what's so funny? I was actually kind of reading on this. And I actually asked my law friend about it. Okay. Because I was curious on what some of the reasons would be to settle so early and not drag it out. If I was to give Kaepernick the benefit of doubt that he was this super fighter and he's doing it for the culture and he's getting Nike ads, was probably getting nice checks, he was doing this. What would be the reason for it? Settling. My friend told me that possibly the lawyer and them came together and said, we have a really weak case. We need to get it while we can or it could be downhill from here. And if knowing how the NFL is and they do not play no games at all, and they have probably some very aggressive gangster lawyers, they're probably like either you take this or you're going to get dismantled.
Yeah, take this or take nothing.
Take this, and maybe we can add some cute sweetener provisions. Like, yeah, we'll get a team to shadow you a third seed on a team, or we get you a practice squad sign up, just so we'll do what we can here and there. So that's what it comes to me. And once again, like I said before, I said this to my friend. That made it even whacker to me. That's even whacker to me, because if this lawyer, whoever told me that, we just kind of do something, like, I'd rather go burn in flames in the court. I'd rather go down, because even if I go down in front of the NFL and public opinion, there will be some time in history where someone looks back and be like, you know what, though? At least we all went off on him, but I can't ever knock somebody for just going for it, dog. Yeah. I don't care. He could have stood up there and every single witness would have went up and ripped on him or whatever. I'd be like, look, man, he's doing something a lot of us couldn't do in life, was just going on against the giant, the monster, like the monster, which is the NFL. He did it. He was one man standing on it. Him and Reed, two black men, went over there and said, we're going to take on this machine that has been churning out talent for years and doing, despicable things, in my opinion, in terms of affecting people's careers. Because when you affect people's careers, you affect people getting fed and their lives and their livelihoods. So not to go too deep in my injuries and all that, but still, I just think that he didn't die on with his die with his sword, right?
You said die on his shield.
He didn't die on his shield on that hill when they were attacking him. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like. Damn, when I seen that 10 million, I was like, damn, dog.
Everybody been like 10. Everybody was like 10 mil.
I went and looked at Ebro, Twitter. He tweets a lot, by the way.
Jesus Christ.
I'm like,
he's always fighting somebody on Twitter.
All he does is respond to trolls. I'm like, dude. But anyway.
He is really annoying. He was going off by NCAA. I'm like, oh my God, man, do you get some sleep?
Like, it's really extra, dog. But anyway.
I'm bored.
Somebody said, like, oh, it's kind of whack that he settled for $10 million, and all he said was like, are you sure that's the number? I'm like, but damn, dog, like, y'all had a lot to say before. Like, y'all were coming at Big Boy and who was it, Travis Scott, before, like, performing in the Super Bowl, and Gladys Knight.
Well, they came after us for 3 days.
Yeah, but they did it though.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, but now, like, when we're talking about, like, the case being kind of over, like,
I just think it's really funny. I think it's really funny.
I feel like it's kind of weak.
Everybody pretends to be some kind of like have some kind of like feeling about how things should go down in the courthouse when it came to situations like rappers and what they went through and how their court cases were, and like to judge them based upon afterwards. But when it came to the Kaepernick situation, it's like either people ignored it or pretend like what happened was all good. My opinion is, like, if we're keeping the consistent energy that we're talking about people and what happens in the courthouse and afterwards, I'm not going to name them because I don't want to get in trouble. Mm-hmm. The thing is, you got to keep that whether you like the artist or you like the athlete or not. So my thing is, like, we want to pay everybody. When I'll never forget that feeling when the Kaepernick thing started. I was hesitant because I don't like to just automatically jump onto a bandwagon and believe that someone's a freedom fighter. I need to see action. I need to see it happen. I need to see it go down. I need to see what you do after it goes down. Yeah. It started to go down. So my shirt, relax. I started to go down. I was like, all right, well, I'm with it. Like, let's see what's good. Like,
yeah, what's up?
You're not affecting the world negatively. You're only creating a positive. So why am I going to stop you from doing that?
Of course.
Now we get to this point when it's like there's a whole damn Nike campaign that came out that was huge. We're here, people are defending him every single damn Super Bowl, every single damn week. Especially when Kirk Cousins gets $80 million, but goes, what about Kaepernick and stuff? What happened is Kaepernick's that dude that took probably $5 million of a $10 million buyout from the NFL.
Yeah, and whatever.
Which sucks. But every still in the league, whatever, like,
I just want to hear something from him.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, okay, dog.
Like if
it looks bad, dude. Like, we got to hear something. We want to hear your side of the story. Maybe we will.
I'm going to say one more thing, too.
Get it cracking. Go ahead.
Sometimes, like, when, like, they try to, like, get an opinion of what's going on, like, they kind of throw all this excuses, like, well, right now he's, like, in Somalia giving out this and that and do this.
Come back.
I'm like, look. Let's keep it all the way real right now. I understand the man is probably doing a lot of excellent things for humans.
Big facts.
In the world. But he has never been too busy in his life to write one tweet out or just get on his phone while he's doing whatever and be like, hey, I had to do. If he literally just tweeted or even wrote, I just had to do what I had to do, I'd be like, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. All right. Yeah. Who am I to be in someone else's shoes to tell them how to act?
So they put a gun to somebody's head. Somebody says, you better take this money. All right.
He'd be like, well, he was like, y'all don't know the forces of going against. Like, all right, you good.
But yeah. Oh, wait, didn't I write something here? Oh, so wait, are you gonna say he's selling out? Did he sell out?
Absolutely, man. Come on, dog.
All right. Anyway, Caesar, let's get our UFC Ceez on. Caesar got his DG Boxing. Check out DG Boxing in Long Beach, California.
Absolutely. DGBoxing.com. They have group classes, everything you need.
Yeah.
Small group classes too. Max 6 to 8 usually.
Caesar, we got big news out of the UFC, the MMA. Your boy.
What's the big news?
Your favorite fighter of all time,
John Jones.
Mr. Conor McGregor. He is retiring.
We're not doing this. We're not talking about this.
We're not talking about
It's a joke. It's fake. Anyways,
is he Brett Favre?
He's Brett Favre. He retired 2 years ago too. He's corny. He's just trying to get leverage because they wouldn't give him stocks. Okay, they wouldn't give him shares of the company. Okay, he does this.
Okay, well I have a question.
Yes.
Yeah, what happened to my article? I have a question. If he's not Brett Favre-ing us, but you think he's Brett Favre?
Absolutely.
Okay. Where does he rank for you? Is he top 5, top 10?
All time?
Of your all time, not like
my era.
Yeah, like from what you've seen.
I'll give him top 5 because he definitely gave it. I give him like the Mayweather effect of whether you liked him or not. You kind of were given incentive to watch him because you kind of want to see what go down. I like whether you like somebody or not. I'll respect the hustle. Like he made me want to see what's going down. I never been like I'm not gonna watch it. Like I want to see. Granted, like do I think that like if someone would persuade me that someone else that did more deserved to be in that position, I'm like absolutely go ahead and take them off then. Like you can convince me otherwise. But if I'm thinking freestyle right now off the dome, I'll give him top 5 of what I my short history of MMA watching.
21-4 record.
Never defended a belt.
Okay, well. 21-4 and 25 fights.
First.
So wait, who's your top 5 then? John Jones.
John Jones. Me. Tyron Woodley.
Oh.
GSP.
Wait, what's his real name?
George St. Pierre from Canada.
Okay.
My era too. I guess I put DC there. He's annoying, but he's a baller.
Okay.
The only person that beat him is John Jones. That's crazy. And donuts. And Connor.
All right.
That's a pretty stacked team.
Yeah, all
right. What I will say also, you talk about the article as well.
What?
Too quick
the Dana White stuff.
Yeah. Well, also really funny. We talked about Tyron Woodley and what he's gone through with Dana White.
We never talked about it, but go ahead.
Yeah, then we talked about how he kind of treated him.
I'm joking.
Okay.
Relax. Okay.
It's really funny. So Tyron Woodley has had a fight announced since he lost his belt.
He has not.
He has a fight announced.
Okay.
And man, did they waste no time taking him off a pay-per-view. He's immediately back on regular TV like that. This man has been pay-per-view fighter for like 4 or 5 years. Right back on. Dana was like, "See ya, buddy."
He's on ESPN now.
He's back. He's on ESPN.
Well, at least we can watch it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it wasn't watching regardless. But yeah, he's on ESPN. So
okay. So just a little bit about UFC because that's MMA is your favorite sport. Let's just go and say that Conor McGregor is retiring and DC might retire.
Want me to give you a little bit of context why I think he retired?
Go for it.
Okay, I think Conor McGregor retired because literally on Tuesday on Monday he was doing like a show, a talk session or some kind of like open talk with people selling his Proper 12 whiskey. And he was talking about, oh man, I'm going to fight this dude. I wasn't concentrated during the Khabib fight. I wasn't concentrating. I'm back. I know what I did wrong. I know my errors, but I'm going to come back and I'm going to be stronger. Like, I know how to be focused. You guys don't know how much is going on in my life. I can't, get whatever. Like, he was talking. Then on Wednesday, you retire at midnight. He sent the tweet out midnight, I retire. So, obviously, we know he's always drunk. So, he probably was drunk when he said that. And it's all good. You got to live with it. But I know that he was talking about, telling Dana, this is the 3rd time he's done this. I deserve shares of the company because what it was before and is after was primarily during when I was popping.
It's not going to happen, though.
It's not going to happen, but he keeps doing it. And then Dana shut it down again on public TV. You're never getting shares.
No.
And then he retires.
Well, I don't think
he keeps doing this game, and it's like, dog, if you gotta understand, you're a fighter,
but I don't think that UFC is a publicly traded company or something like that.
No, but they're primarily owned by Endeavor.
So I think maybe
which is CA, it's an agency, all that stuff.
Because it's not a publicly traded company, so you can't get shares.
I don't think he really understands. But
he wants some kind of financial incentives.
I mean, look,
extra bread.
Yeah, he wants more. So maybe he's at the point where he can't take under the table money anymore because I know all these fighters.
Do you think he deserves it?
I think absolutely. I will never ever because look, Dana. You know what Dana White said before, and he said in an article. I never forget the day he said that. He said that like people need to shut up and just go out there and fight. Talking about money, I'm like, dude, you know what's disgusting about that? Like people are putting their fucking life on the line, man.
Big time. Like
who are you to sit back in the AC in your suit on and tell people to get out there and fight? Like that's literally saying like go in that cage and go beat each other up. And if you win, maybe you'll get an opportunity to get a little bit more money. But just keep going at it, and maybe I'll give you that right.
Well, he wants to be a slave.
So people on the whack side of life like to pretend like he's some kind of like fighter for the fighters, but he's not. Like you're absolutely not if that's the kind of mindset you have about your employees, or I'm sorry, your contracted athletes.
Yeah.
So it's disgusting. I mean, they extended his contract. He's back again, but to be honest with you, I don't even know who the hell they're going to replace him. So I can't imagine ESPN being like, "Yo, we're signing this deal and Dana White's staying." Like we need him because people tune in no matter what, you know, and they still go to him even though he lies all the time. Like the article mentions also something else. You relax right now. The article, like big time relax, because I can't even do that.
I'm listening though.
The article mentioned that Dana White had ties with Trump. And they had a big Latino audience as well too for the UFC, and he had brought Colby Covington who was a fighter who publicly wears the Trump hat and stuff like that, and has like a bobblehead and plays that game about it. But also just know this: he did all that, and everybody said Colby was so Dana White and very Trump, right? When Colby didn't show up for a fight because he had to get sinus surgery, Dana White threw him to the sidelines. And he was fighting him in public, not letting him fight. Like he was like, I deserve to get paid more than $30,000 for a fight. And then Dana wasn't answering. So even when you're his best buddy, Dana will still let you know put you in place in life, but let you know where you're at. Mm-hmm. And that's disgusting. That's disgusting. And that's just what it is though, because it doesn't have a real sports setup where the union and stuff like that.
If you were to be the head of UFC tomorrow, what are the changes that you would make?
That's a great question. I would first allow for a union, unionized fighters. But I mean, obviously, if I'm head of the UFC, they're not going to be making the same revenue they had before.
Why not?
Because I'm going to be instituting more stuff to support the fighters.
Who will make the more revenue?
The higher ups and people that are my level, presidential, whatever level, won't be making as much money because I'm going to institute more stuff to spend on fighters.
So you mean UFC won't make money or as much money, or like those people that are like the heads?
Yeah, they won't make as much.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, well, I know. I'm saying like I'm
UFC
just saying
can still make a lot of money.
No, I'm so. And also, I think that it's they have a very narrow-minded approach, and I think the smarter approach is if you institute more things that benefit fighters, you only increase chances for more talent, more people to come in because they feel more comfortable coming into the environment, knowing that they're protected.
Well, capitalism is narrow-minded.
Absolutely, but I think that I would institute union. I would go harder. Like they built a facility that is around like athlete development. I would build a facility that included medical and psychological help and things and therapeutic and all these other things that can help people not just get better as a fighter, but become treated and cared for as a person. And because they're in the cage for 5 minutes per round, but they have a whole life that goes on around them. And especially recently, what happened with Tony Ferguson and some of the situations going on with him and his wife, and him talking about thinking there was a microchip in his leg and all this stuff, and the police called him saying that only showed me that someone might be dealing with some kind of mental issues CTE, that could be definitely associated with getting punched in the fucking face for a living. Yeah. So something like that needs help, man. And I just think it's about helping these people as humans first.
Well, I nominate Caesar as the head of UFC. If they ever have a vote, I'm putting this man right here. This is your favorite sport.
No, it's not.
All right.
I like cricket way more.
All right, Caesar, about to wrap up episode 100. We made a podcast episode 100, but not yet. The AFCON tournament 2019 teams have been set. I'm going to run down this list of teams in
my favorite tournament,
Africa. Okay, Caesar.
This is for Africa.
Caesar, we got Egypt, Ghana, Tunisia, Ivory Coast, Cameroon, Senegal, Morocco, Nigeria, Democratic Republic of Congo, Algeria, Mali, Guinea,
Central,
Uganda, South Africa, Guinea-Bissau,
Cape Verde,
Zimbabwe, Angola, Burundi, Mauritania, Namibia, Benin.
Mauritania?
Where or what?
Where's Mauritania? The island?
No, it's north. It's north, kind of west.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I had a random Africa fact. The other day I was on Google Earth going hard, and I always thought that the Nile River was as thick as it seemed on the map, and I zoomed in. It's all agriculture, and like the river's a lot smaller. That was something I learned the other day.
Well, the Nile River is really, really long.
It is really long, but I'm saying like when you look at like from the outside picture, it looks crazy thick, and you think it's all water. I'm like, that's a lot of water. And you zoomed in, it's like tons of agricultural space, and then the water's in the inside. So it's pretty
There's islands in the Nile River that people live on.
That's madness, and that's so cool about Earth.
Yeah, I think it's called Aroda.
They got pink dolphins, though?
No, they don't.
They don't. So what's up?
Yeah, I think in Aroda, I think it is in Egypt. There's like a...
What if you're like a player that came from an island in the Nile River? That'd be
no,
dope.
people are from there. People like literally, like Muhammad Salah has been there. Like it's a city. It's an island within the Nile River, and I think it's like very big, and people live there. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, okay, Mauritania.
You're probably talking about where the delta is.
Namibia, Benin, Kenya, Madagascar, and Tanzania.
Wow.
We have. Do you know how many islands I mentioned in that? One island, Madagascar. I won't put you to the test.
Okay, Bert didn't make it?
No, they didn't. Do you know the most populous country I named?
Oh, this is a bar right now. Okay. And of all the countries?
Yeah. Okay, I'll just give you a few because there's a lot of countries to name. Between Egypt, South Africa, Algeria, Nigeria, and Kenya.
I got Nigeria.
Big facts.
190
million. Pretty.
Jesus. A lot of people.
Only
90 million more than the Philippines.
Last AFCON, Cameroon did beat Egypt in the final 2-1.
Before that, Ivory Coast won.
Before that, Ivory Coast did win. I did record
I
those penalties. Damn. And this 2019 will be in Egypt. The last one was in Gabon. And Caesar, do you want to take a guess of the population of all these countries put together?
Of the ones that we named?
Yeah, the ones I just named. Don't make me do it again, please.
Okay. Can I get it? Can I get a first guess?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Is it less than $1 billion?
Yes.
Okay. I got money on 550 million.
890 million.
I was gonna say 700 million earlier, but I was like, let me go safe.
890 million. That's the population of the countries that are in this tournament right now.
My favorite part about AFCON is that what's really cool is it's not covered at all around the world in terms of African league games or anything going on in countries in Africa. But it's always dope to see the AFCON games and being these two teams you probably never seen in your life play each other, and that stadium is packed. I love it when it's popping. I'm like, look at this, man. This is so cool.
But you know what's... Well,
I love it.
The only thing I'm kind of annoyed about is going to be in the summer in Egypt.
That's ridiculous.
Like, damn, dog. That's going to be really rough.
You know they don't care.
Yeah, I don't know what CC did to get the AFCON there, but I guess it was
summer in Egypt.
Yeah, and I guess it was going to be Cameroon, but like for whatever... I honestly, there's some reason I'm sure it's in the summer, but like in Egypt, it's like, damn, it's really hot as... Oh, it's going to be really freaking hot. But hopefully it's turned up. It will be on beIN Sports in America. Episode 100.
R.I.P. Lua.
R.I.P. Lua. Lua Studios. This is not Lua Studios. This is Without Warning Studios. But we made a podcast, episode 100. 100. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been rocking with us. Damn.
What?
For a while now. This is not our 100th upload.
No. 1019?
I think 110, 19, 11. I can't remember.
Look, I finally got my Simplecast password.
Yeah. We made a podcast episode 100. Holler.
Skirt.